On tonight's show, Ottomans boast with upgraded facilities. Yorkshire battle Bishop Lavis at Chaka Road. And Gavin gets fed again. All this and more on From the Clubhouse.
Welcome to another episode of From the Clubhouse. There's been lots going on the cricketing fields around Cape Town this past week, and we'll be unpacking that as the show goes on. Also, as you heard in the intro, Gavin got fed. So we'll like to see what that's all about. But before we get into that, the panel is here with me again tonight. Clinton, welcome, and how's your week been?
Good evening, Brandon. No, it's been great. I think unfortunately we lost the game with the Cobras on Sunday. I mean, that's all part of it, take the good with the bad, but yeah, it's been a good week overall, so it's good to be back.
You certainly will be talking about that going forward as well. This week we've got a new man. As I said, Gavin is fed. It seems he's fed up because today we've got the 12th man in studio with us. Mona Esben, welcome, and it's nice to have you on the show for the first time as part of the panel.
Thank you, Brandon. Good to be back in the starting 11, and yeah, what a great bumper weekend and week of cricket it's been so far. Looking forward to some good cricket coming forward.
And we'll be unpacking all of that going forward now for the rest of the show. But before we get to that and unpacking all those things, let's talk cricket. Clinton, it's been a massive week in terms of the Cobras. We had the double-header here at Newlands as well, and I know you're going to let us know about all those things. We almost thought we weren't going to get cricket because of the rain. But Morne, I want to get to you first. The Proteas, let's start right at the top. They are currently in action in India. Can they make it 3 in a row? They won the T20 series, they won the one-day series. It's Test series time now.
Well, before the 72-day tour, we were all asking, can they win a game on tour? And I think the Proteas have shown in the T20s, in the ODIs, that they are a formidable team and that they actually relish those sort of conditions. Maybe it also has a bit something to do with India, maybe not as strong as we thought they were. But certainly, I think the Proteas have what it takes to certainly, if not level the Test series, to at least to win the Test match as well. I think they've got some good firepower. Kagiso Rabada came through very nicely on this tour. So I think him, alongside Dale Steyn, maybe even JP Duminy, if he's declared fit for that first test, could cause some problems for the Indians.
They've also got a 3-pronged spin attack. If you look at it, it's the first time they've had the luxury of taking 3 spinners with him. In those conditions, that must be quite something for them as well.
Oh yeah, and it's spinners on form. So you got Imran Tahir there, and you feel that Imran Tahir is going to be carrying a lot of the bowling attack when it comes to the spinning department. But I think JP Duminy as well, let's look out for him. I think he can also really do a lot. But I think the key is going to be for the Proteas pacemen to actually stand up here. Dale Steyn needs to lead the attack. Kagiso Rabada needs to come through as well, with the spinners just cleaning it up at the end.
Let's not forget Vernon Fernandez also there. He's part of that Test squad. We know what Vernon can do in the Test side. But then his other teammate here at the Cobras as well, Dane Pitt. Not too long ago he was over there on tour, and he picked up quite a bit of wickets when he came back from that long-term injury. He's finally back in the swing of things. It would be nice to see him just take that step up now as well and just continue where he left off when he made his debut for the Proteas.
Yeah, it would be, and he certainly hasn't done anything wrong in the national colours, so I do think he needs another bite of the cherry, and we'll probably see him back in the Proteas Test side sooner rather than later.
Clinton, taking it one level down, and I don't want to say that it's one level down because the guys are obviously just as talented. I'm obviously talking about the Cobras. Ram Slam T20, we had a double header here on Sunday. We almost didn't have a double header because of the Cape weather, but at the end of the day, we were able to get the games under the belt. Didn't exactly go the way of the Cobras.
I was going to mention we were supposed to have a double header, and I think we had 1.5 for what it's worth. Though. But I think firstly, I must to Evan and his ground staff. What a job they've done at the morning around about 11, 12 o'clock. No one thought we would have cricket. There was puddles of water on the field. Eventually there was a little seep through on the pitch. But they've done very well to get the first game going. And that game was probably, I wouldn't want to say, it was probably the most exciting game of the day. Unfortunately, the Cobras came off second in that second game. But once again, it's hitting the straps, also getting into the weather, up and about all the time. When it's your batting innings, it puts you off a bit. So the momentum in the innings couldn't just carry on. You could see Kieran Pollard also obviously short of game time. But obviously he kept his side together. Managed to get about 29 or 30 at the end and held the innings together. But so there was something to bowl at the end. But after all, I think he will definitely come back. and we'll have a good one at Paul tomorrow night.
Talking about Kieran Pollard, he stepped off a plane and he stepped right into it. You mentioned now that he scored 29. He also picked up a couple of wickets. Intelligent bowling. I was listening to the commentators where they were talking about, Kieran Pollard. Maybe they've worked him out now. They've realized he's not an out-and-out pace bowler. He's the guy that gives you, sort of medium pace, slower. And then he has the ability to also bowl seamer. But at the end of the day, very intelligent bowler. And obviously he's with you guys for 2 years now.
Yeah, and he'll be here for another year as well. So, but I think it's good for him to be with the squad, the young players in the squad as well. Got the likes of Keegan Peterson in the squad, other players there, Wayne Parnell, the experience. All this will, at the end of the day, will gel together. And I think they'll definitely push for better honours in that league.
Now, there's also the first class side. They're also getting their things going. What's happening with the first class side?
Came a very good cricket week in Border. They beat Border in the 3-day game. Good debut performances by Tariq Chikte, who got an 82. Ace van der Berg got 50 in the first innings. So it was a good effort. I think Njaloza held the bat nicely at the end of the innings in both innings, and then also picked up a few sticks. So it was great to see the players coming to the party. And then also, unfortunately, the one day on Sunday, because of the rain from here moving up, the game was called off halfway. So looking into it, they're playing against Boland this weekend. They started today. So what a good challenge for them again, and they're top of the log at the moment. So I hope they can keep that momentum going.
Women's cricket, that's also in full swing as well, and we look forward to it. Last week we chatted about Laura Walford, one of the outstanding women's cricketers. What's the women's cricket team getting up to at the moment?
No, they're up to Northerns. They're playing Northerns in a 50-over game on Saturday, and then also on Sunday they're playing a T20, which is a curtain raiser to the Cobras game against the Titans. So that could be quite interesting as well. Girls upstage on that platform, getting to play in front of quite a big crowd possibly. But the girls, the side has been selected. There's a few withdrawals because of exams. Also some players who are injured. So good luck to Quibus and his team, and let's see how they can pull this one off as well.
How do they manage that actually? You're talking about a couple of withdrawals due to exams, and Western Province also has, they're one of the first provinces to have a professional women's team. So how does that affect the dynamic?
Yeah, no, it's quite difficult because especially the young players, some of the under-19 girls who's made the transition into the senior side, and some of them are busy with exams, matriculants especially, so you don't want to put pressure on them to really miss study time when they're away on cricket. So the likes of Laura Wolford most likely missed the game because of withdrawal. She also had to withdraw out of the possible tour to Bangladesh, as we're all aware that the tour has been called off to Bangladesh. So it's difficult times for some of our players, although we want to have them professionally, but they also need to look after their careers, because I think Cricket South Africa is very much into dual career, which is cricketing and sport. So we respect the decisions, and we just have to make up, because we've got enough players that we need to build up and ensure that we still try and win games.
Well, it's that time of the week again where we take a look at Gav's Trivia, and you stand a chance of winning some lovely tickets to come see the Cobras right here at PPC Newlands. This week, Gav's not here, but Gav's Trivia will be brought to us by none other than Morne Esben. Morne, what do you have there for us in your trivia?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, before we get to this week's trivia question, let's just quickly recap what Gav's trivia question was last week. And last week, Gavin asked, how many individual centuries did the Proteas score in that 4-8 game against India? The answer there, of course, is 3. Now, big congratulations to everyone who took part and who got the right answers on all of our various platforms. And of course, another chance for you to win. The prize that our winners for this week have won is 2 sets of 5 tickets to the Ram Slam T20 clash between the Cape Cobras and the Unlimited Titans here at Newlands on the 20th of November. This week's winners are Danielle Davids and Nick Black. So big congratulations to those two. You guys each win 1 set each of 5 tickets to that Ram Slam T20 game. Now, if you've missed it this time around, there's another chance for you to win a set of 5 tickets to the Ram Slam T20 clash between the Cape Cobras and the Unlimited Titans at PPC Newlands on the 20th of November. All you need to do is to answer this week's question. And this week's question is, which West Indies superstar will turn out for the Cape Cobras in this year's Ram Slam T20 tournament? If you think you know the answer, please get in touch with us on our various platforms, on Facebook at From the Clubhouse, or also on Twitter at Clubhouse_TV. You can also email us at info@fromtheclubhouse.co.za.
Thanks, Morne. Hopefully we get lots of interaction there for your trivia questions, and hopefully we'll see those people at Newlands as well. Good luck to you if you're going to send in the answers, if you have it, because you stand a chance of winning some nice tickets. Coming up after the break, we've got our game of the week. It's Yorkshire versus Bishop Lavis.
I am Dhafir Eli from Yorkshire Cricket Club and you're watching from the Clubhouse.